This place has been around for 50 years, guys. And if you're ever in this part of town, you gotta try Mrs. Jianbing's dumplings. And what the? There was a sign outside the restaurant that said sold. I rushed in to find Mrs. Jianbing telling other customers that they'd only be serving for another month. But why did you sell this place? Everyone loves your food. Oh, we've been struggling a lot lately, dear. Besides, the people who bought us are going to open a huge Chinese restaurant next door. We can't compete with them. It's for the best. Oh, there's one of our new buyers. I turned around to see a young guy walk in, and he looked good. The hair, the crisp white shirt, the perfectly creased pants, and then the cologne hit me. Oof. Hello, Mrs. Jianbing. How you doing today? Oh, hi, Fiona. Is everything okay? You're not blinking much. How my name, how... Are you having a stroke? It's me, Edward. Edward? Edward who? Edward the clown? You bought this place? My family, but yeah, it was my idea. We're opening a restaurant next door. Yeah, I heard. Don't you feel guilty forcing the owners to sell? We made them a great offer, and they accepted. We didn't force anyone. Well, you're still responsible for shutting them down. And trust me, the people of this town won't support your business. We're loyal around here. I've done my research, and I think we'll do just fine. Also, I think you'll be a regular at our place. You think wrong. Okay, no worries. You won't be missed. Ugh, the nerve of rich people, just driving out small business and then acting like they're doing humanity a favor. Besides, what did this guy know about Chinese food? Later that night, I found Mila spying on him with binoculars. Have you seen that boy next door? He's scrumptious. Stop that, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Also, he's younger than you. Yeah, so, you were kind of mean to him as a kid. I don't remember that. I'm sure you do. He was a neat freak who didn't like getting his clothes dirty, and he'd always arrange his things in a certain order, and you kept messing with him. Also, you gave him a wedgie once. Honestly, I'm not sure why I was a jerk to Edward. It's probably Mila and Mom who gave me my issues with boys from an early age. But why was this guy getting under my skin now? Oh, yeah, it's because he called me a jerk and he was shutting down my favorite Chinese place. I had to keep hating him, and I seemed to bump into him way more than I would have liked. I was going over to Mrs. Jianbing's every day now, and Edward was always overseeing the construction next door. But he also frequently visited the coffee shop where I worked as a waitress. What shall I have today? Yeah, take your time. I've got nothing to do. Let's see. Okay, never mind. I'll just have my usual. I don't have your usual memorized. I literally order the same thing every day. And you thought I put it down in my diary? No, just your brain. But it's okay. I understand. Waitressing is hard for you. Are you saying I'm dumb? No, I'm just saying that you don't have the best people skills. You should think about joining the army. And you should think about joining the garbage dump. And then one night, Edward turned up at our door with a cake and flowers. You took a job as a delivery boy? Sorry, wrong house. These are for your mom and sister. I never visit someone's place empty-handed. What a gentleman. So, anything for me? Yeah, a proposal. I'd like you to be my date for a charity gala. Did you just ask me out? What made you think I'd say yes? Well, you keep spying on me with your binoculars. Clearly, you have a crush on me. That's not me. I mean, it's not anybody here. You're hallucinating. Okay, if you insist. And it's not a real date. I just need any girl, and you're my neighbor. So, it's convenient. My ex will probably be there, and I didn't want to turn up alone, okay? Say yes, and I'll find another coffee shop to go to every day. You got yourself a deal. I know, he was the rich, annoying guy I had to hate, but it was hard to remember that when he picked me up for the gala in his tuxedo. And then he looked at me, not in a sleazy way, but in his cool, smooth, I'm noticing everything about you way that made my knees buckle a bit. It's an art, guys, and this dude knows it. You look lovely. At the gala, I could see how people responded to his charm. He pulled out my chair first, ate with exquisite manners, and made sure to include everyone in the conversation. Just then, a lady asked if someone could hold her baby for a while, and Edward immediately volunteered, and something really strange started happening to me. What is it about men and babies put together? I mean, I'd seen Edward the clown with his niece before, but Edward James Bond cooing at a baby? This was different. Something about him looking so manly, but being sweet and gentle with her was short-circuiting my brain. And was that my womb tingling finally? Did I want Edward or did I want a baby? I felt so confused. I need some fresh air. It's getting hot in here. Be right back. When I returned, I stopped short seeing Edward standing next to a beautiful girl. I felt I was watching in slow motion as she laughed, then reached out and casually took off a piece of lint from his coat with her perfectly manicured hand. Except that there was nothing casual about it. It was such a girlfriendy move. You don't take lint off a random guy's coat. Dang it, they looked like a golden Hollywood couple, and I didn't like it. So, that girl you were talking to, who was she? Oh, that's my ex. Right, she's gorgeous. Yeah, she really is. Do you think she seemed happy to see me? She looked happy, yeah. Cool. Thanks, Fiona. You were a big help tonight. He ended the night with a strong pat on my back, like he was burping a baby. True to his word, Edward stopped coming to the coffee shop, and I felt disappointed. A few times when I went to the Chinese restaurant, he wasn't there either. Yeah, he'd reconnected with Miss Universe for sure, and was busy with her. And I didn't want to care, but I did. A few days later, I got home from work to find Mom looking upset. Mila went on a trip with her boyfriend and was supposed to be back yesterday. I haven't heard from her, and her cell phone is off. We called all her friends, but no one had a clue. We thought if she wasn't back by morning, we'd report her missing. But I was sick with worry. I went out for some air and had just walked a few steps when I ran straight into someone. Great. I'd ordered this specialty cake for Mom. Hey, Fiona, what's wrong? I probably looked worse than the ugly crier telling Edward about Mila. He asked me everything we knew about her boyfriend and said he'd report it to the police immediately. We'll find her. There's probably a good reason why her phone's off. Get some rest, and I'll keep you updated. Mom and I must have dozed off while waiting to hear from Edward because it was morning when I woke up to find Mila burst in and Mom crying as she hugged her. I jumped to hug her too and then pushed her hard. Where were you, idiot? I was at this cabin with Kyle and his friends, and suddenly there was a police raid. We all got thrown in jail, and I wasn't allowed to make a phone call. Kyle is part of some criminal gang. Can you believe it? Of course I can believe it. God, don't you ever learn anything? Maybe you would if you stopped dating for 2 seconds and spent some time alone with yourself to think about why you keep messing up. Is your self-worth so low that you need constant validation from stupid pieces of garbage? Fiona, honey, calm down. No, Mom, I will not calm down. You two keep acting like dumb teenagers, and it's not cute. Just grow up already. I was still fuming in my room hours later when there was a knock on my door. Can we talk without you biting my head off? We can try. Look, you're right. I keep making terrible choices. I'm sorry, and I'll work on getting my act together, okay? Okay, and I'm really glad you're all right. How'd you get out of jail? Oh, Edward tracked me down somehow. He drove out 3 hours to come get me and paid the bail. He must really like you to make so much effort. What? No, he's just a gentleman. I'll go thank him. I know you don't want relationship advice from me, but Edward's a special guy, so don't let him go easily, okay? Just tell him you like him. I know you do. And so what if he doesn't like you back? I've been rejected by thousands of guys, and I'm fine. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Also, it's good to put yourself out there for someone worthwhile. Wow, you sound almost wise. So bizarre. Just go. Edward wasn't home, but their maid told me he'd gone to the restaurant. My heart was pounding as I thought about what I'd say to him, and then it started to rain. Great. This is how I wanted to confess my feelings. Looking like a wet poodle. Edward was alone in the restaurant and looked surprised to see me. Fiona, you're soaked. Here, take my jacket. I'll get you something warm. He ran off to the kitchen and came back with soup and dumplings. We're testing out our menu today. Want to give these a try? Okay, sure. Although I'm not happy about it. Oh my god. These taste exactly like Mrs. Jianbing's. I hired her as the chef. That was always the plan, but I didn't tell you because you'd already assumed I'm a rich jerk who doesn't care about a small business owner. I told you, you're gonna be a regular here. Okay, that's my cue to embarrass myself. So here goes. Edward, I came here to help you for thanking Mila, but there's more. And it's probably totally the wrong time because you just rekindled things with your ex, but I like you, okay? Yeah, I like you. Wow, this is so liberating. I really like you, Edward. And I don't care if you like me back, because I was still strong enough to say it, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of you, too. Also, I didn't rekindle anything with my ex. I literally took you to the gala to see if you'd get jealous of her. I like you too, Fiona. Really? Why? Because you act so much tougher than you are, and it's really cute. I am tough. Remember I gave you a wedgie once? I can do so much worse if you turn out to be a jerk. I'll keep that in mind. Now please shut up so I can kiss you. It was just as magical as I'd imagined, and it looks like I'd met my match. Yeah, I'm not gonna say, and then we lived happily ever after, because that's dumb and cliched and not real. We lived happy most of the time ever after, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else.